Can we discuss Farquaad?
Yeah.
All the hidden adult jokes in this.
Farquaad. I mean, just slow that word down, that name down a little bit.
Yes, we get it.
Drop the R, and what do you got?
Yeah.
Fwad.
Yeah.
I love this. This is perfect because he is. Farquaad is
Yes.
without the R.
Yeah. He is, for sure. Episode Shrek. Lord Farquaad.
Is he your favorite character? Farquaad? Who's your favorite character?
Honestly, it's got to be the supporting cast. Donkey.
Yeah. Yeah.
Donkey is by far the way those Mike Myers and Eddie Murphy play off each other.
Oh my gosh.
And Eddie Murphy is the antagonist in the whole thing. It's great. I
Yeah.
love it. I love that he is just the. You get a little musical number from him in the end, or even near the middle.
Can I sing it?
Can I sing it?
Well, can I hum it? Can I whistle? That's what I said. Can I whistle? Can I hum it?
Can I at least hum it?
I love, when they meet.
That'll do, Donkey.
When he literally runs into him.
Yeah.
When Donkey runs into Shrek. Yep. Shrek was released in 2001, so that means that we're talking about it because it's 20 years of Shrek. It's literally, we just passed the 20th
The 20th anniversary.
for Shrek. Crazy.
And that's why we're doing this podcast.
Yeah. And we've seen Shrek before. So
Every
rewatch.
one of us.
It seems like Shrek seems like that movie that just like everybody's watched, right?
Yeah, but we should go through the rules real quick before
Okay.
we start that.
All right.
Okay.
Wait, what are our rules?
Yeah, hold on. Oh yeah, that's
Number
right.
one was
Number one. The movie has to be made within the last 21 years.
right, and we hit that.
We got it.
Yeah,
Check. Rule number two: the movie has to have a runtime of less than 91 minutes.
which again we hit.
Got it.
We're good.
Very good.
And rule number 3,
Spoilers.
we'll talk about specific things in the movie that may or may not affect your judgment of the movie.
So if you haven't watched Shrek, which everybody has because
Yeah.
we just
We
said
literally
that.
just said it. Yeah.
But if you haven't, if you're that unicorn, pause this, go watch Shrek, come back, and give us a listen. Let us know what you think. Top 3, U.S. box office. In 2001, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone.
Yep.
The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring.
Yeah.
Number 3 is Shrek.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Very successful movie.
What was the budget
Huge.
for it?
$60 million.
Wow.
And it brought in $488 million.
And still going.
And still going.
Still going. I think they're making a 5th one or going to.
So Prince of Egypt was in production right alongside Shrek. Something that I just read. And I read it on the internet, so we know it's true.
Facts.
Apparently, Pixar was part of this, right?
No.
Who was it? DreamWorks?
DreamWorks.
DreamWorks, sorry.
Yeah.
DreamWorks was part of this. So they were running Prince of Egypt and Shrek production at the same time. Apparently, they wanted the Prince of Egypt. They had all their good players over on Prince of Egypt, but they were having some personnel problems. So when they get in trouble, quote unquote, in trouble, they would send those people over to Shrek.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so the bad boys who made Shrek got the big win for the production because who's talking about Prince of Egypt right now? Not us. We're talking about Shrek.
You know, I mean, I can picture the thumbnail or the artwork of the movie because I see it. I always pass by it. I've never seen it.
But you never watch
Oh,
it.
I
really?
never watch it. I
I've
just
seen it.
I pass by it. I'm like,
The Prince of Egypt is good, but
Is
it?
Shrek is much better.
yeah.
Yeah.
I grew up, watching cartoons and animated movies, Disney movies, and I loved that this kind of, I wouldn't say it made fun of it, but it definitely had some fun with it. You know, the fairy tale elements and, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of poked fun at all kinds of fairy tales there. I mean, across the board. There was, well, I can think of more than a dozen in here that it pokes fun at.
These were some of the movies that Shrek beat out in the theater. And you might think, what? Shrek was more successful than that movie?
Am I going to laugh?
Spy Kids.
Yeah, for sure.
Lara Croft, Tomb Raider.
Oh, no, that's a
I'm
surprise.
not surprised.
The Princess Diaries.
That got a cult following after, didn't it? No, I was thinking of Princess Bride. Sorry.
Jurassic Park 3.
Yeah, I'm surprised that one.
Rush Hour 2.
Not surprised.
88% on Rotten Tomatoes for Shrek.
That's still pretty high.
Well, those 12% people, they don't know what they're talking about. So
Well, we understand how Aaron feels about this movie.
it's a great movie.
Yeah.
It makes fun of all kinds of great stuff.
Yeah. It's kind of funny. I have stumbled across some things, some articles of people talking about how Shrek hasn't aged well and it's not this or that, you know.
Aged well?
One of the things that they bring up is the animation isn't very good. It's like we completely forget. Now, I say them. Like, this movie was made in 2001. And at the time,
It was great.
it was great. So, I don't know. Is animation supposed to get, like, fix itself? Like, is it supposed to be remaster itself and get this higher quality as it goes along? Does it do that by itself?
Apparently not, because this movie hasn't aged well. Jeff, I know you're going with this. I'm not latching on though.
Okay.
Sorry.
Good. It's directed by Andrew Adamson and Vicky Jenson, co-directors, based on Shrek by William Steig. You may or may not have heard. Chris Farley originally voiced the majority of Shrek's dialogue before he passed away. He was originally cast as Shrek.
I did not know this.
Janine Garofalo was originally cast as Princess Fiona.
Huh. And they had to redo.
Now, she was fired, let go, and
Why?
was not told why.
Oh, really?
My thought was it was because Chris Farley passed away. They made the change to Mike Myers, that maybe they just felt they needed to find somebody else.
Interesting.
But yeah.
Now, Chris Farley as Shrek. I'd love to have heard some of that.
Well, you're in luck because apparently there were, and I don't know if it's still there are, somebody put clips on YouTube of his voice with Eddie Murphy's. That scene when they're walking, they just left Duloc. They're going through, he's doing the ogres are like onions.
Yeah.
That whole thing. Somebody had put on YouTube that recorded dialogue of Chris Farley's with Eddie Murphy's.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Was it good? Did you hear it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Chris
It's good.
Farley.
It's good.
Chris Farley just makes you laugh.
It was so weird though to hear Chris Farley say some of the exact same lines
Yeah.
as Mike Myers in his Scottish mother's accent.
Yeah.
I don't know. You get something in your head how Shrek's supposed to sound.
Yeah.
But
It's weird, but at the same time, it's like, man, it's Chris Farley.
yeah.
And Shrek looked different too. Had a different look to him.
Oh, he did.
Yeah. So Chris Farley passes away. So they end up going with Mike Myers. And originally, I think they went through a couple different voices for Shrek. First, I think there was a Canadian. Mike Myers was going to do his Canadian. you know. And then I think there was a country accent.
Uh-huh.
And then he ended up doing the Scottish accent, which we've heard he's done in Austin Powers,
Right.
Spy Who Shagged Me, and Goldmember.
Yep.
And So I Married an Axe Murderer.
When he played different parts in that movie.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. Different
When
characters.
he played the dad, the Scottish
Yeah,
dad.
with the giant, with the Coke bottle glasses.
Yep.
Heed, pants, no. It's like an orange on a toothpick. His head's so big.
Yeah. Roger Ebert gave Shrek 4 out of 4 stars.
Wow.
You know what? Good on him. He should have.
Yeah. Why wouldn't he? All right. Google synopsis.
Uh-oh.
God.
See. I'm bracing myself.
Yeah.
See how well they chopped this up.
Hold on, just keep my hands flat on the table.
Okay.
Don't ball them up, Aaron.
Try to keep your head up.
Sorry. Let's see if I can just maintain
Try not to-
Lean
composure.
into it.
Try not to
honey.
fall asleep this time.
Lean into it.
Maintain composure and keep my eyes open.
All right. Shrek Google synopsis. Once upon a time, in a faraway swamp, there lived an ogre named Shrek, whose precious solitude is suddenly shattered by an invasion of annoying fairy tale characters. They were all banished from their kingdom by the evil Lord Farquaad. Determined to save their home, not to mention his, Shrek cuts a deal with Farquaad and sets out to rescue Princess Fiona to be Farquaad's bride. Rescuing the princess may be small compared to her deep, dark secret. That was the Google synopsis for Shrek, not the book Shrek, just so we're clear.
Okay.
I know it felt like I was reading
The book.
the book.
Huh.
Are you out of breath?
I even have the book plot here for you, which is just slightly longer than the Google synopsis.
But not much.
All right, the Shrek IMDb synopsis. A mean lord exiles fairy tale creatures to the swamp of a grumpy ogre who must go on a quest and rescue a princess for the lord in order to get his land back.
Sounds
Sounds like a really good synopsis to me.
Pretty good.
You know what
I'm digging it.
I'm sorry. You know what I don't like? Neither one of them mentioned donkey.
Well, at least Google, they give us a lot of information, but they always leave stuff out. You think the amount of information they give us in these Google synopsis, these long-winded,
Right?
snooze fest of a synopsis, and then they miss out
On something major.
on key characters.
Yeah.
Or sometimes they're talking about a completely different movie. Or they're focusing more on a supporting character. You remember Lady Bird?
Yeah.
If
The
you
mom.
read the Google synopsis,
It was all about the
you
mom.
would, yeah, it was all about the mom. The movie's about the mom.
Yeah, not about Lady Bird whatsoever. Interesting.
All right.
Okay. Well, the
Are you-
IMDb was definitely better.
Yes.
But
I agree.
Shrek the book.
okay.
Shrek is a repugnant, green-skinned, fire-breathing, seemingly indestructible monster who enjoys causing misery with his repulsiveness. After his parents decide that he has come of age, he is literally kicked out of their swamp. Shrek soon encounters a witch, who in exchange for his rare specimens of lice, reads his fortune using the magic words, apple strudel. He will meet a donkey who will take him to a castle, where he will battle a knight and marry a princess who is even uglier than he. Excitedly on his way, Shrek encounters a scything peasant, from whom he steals and eats his pheasant, and counters an attack from thunder, lightning, and rain by eating lightning's fiercest bolt, and knocks out a dragon with his fiery breath. However, he is disturbed by a dream in which he is helpless to being hugged and kissed by a multitude of children, awakening he meets the donkey who takes him to the nutty knight of Crazy Castle.
Wow.
The knight is offended by Shrek's demands to enter the castle and attacks him, to which Shrek responds with a fire blast that sends him into the moat. Upon entering the castle, Shrek is terrified when he appears to be surrounded by an army of similarly hideous creatures, but regains his resolve and self-esteem upon discovering that he is in the Hall of Mirrors. He finally meets the princess. Mutually smitten by their shared ugliness, they marry and live horribly ever after, scaring the socks off all who fell afoul of them.
That's cool. Sounds like a fun little story.
Yeah.
Kids book, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's cool.
Released in 1990 or 1991, and
But
within
completely different story.
a little bit. I mean, they take the little bit. There's a donkey there, a knight, a witch.
The Muffin Man. The Muffin Man.
The gumdrop buttons.
Who lives on Drury Lane?
Yeah. This
He's
is-
married to the Muffin. Within a year or two of the book's release, I guess Steven Spielberg bought the rights. Because Steven Spielberg is one of the co-founders of DreamWorks Animation.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So yeah.
Magic mirror. Don't tell him anything.
Yeah, that one of the exchanges right there with the cookie. That's one of my favorite parts. I always laugh.
And I remember seeing the trailer for this because I remember the moment where Lord Farquaad, when he's walking down the hall and the two guards at the door, and then he proceeds to walk through, and then there's the realization that he's just really, really short.
The camera angle.
Yeah. All these tricks that, and then shows up on the horse. And he's got the legs.
The legs and the arms.
Yeah.
And he coughs. And then the table goes down to his level so he can interrogate the cookie.
I love the mirror's description of all the princesses.
Oh, yeah.
Mentally abused, shut in.
Yeah.
Cinderella.
Fiona loves pina coladas and getting caught in the rain.
Yours for the rescuing, Princess Fiona.
3,
my lord, 3.
Princess number 2.
Felonious.
She's a Spitfire, although she lives with 7 other men.
Yeah, exactly. Kiss her cold, dead lips and see what a live wire she really is.
Yeah.
The captain of the guards, the one that's 10 shillings for the possessed toy.
Yes.
That guy,
Yes.
yeah. The captain of the guards. That is the voice of Jim Cummings, who does many voices for Disney characters, such as, I think he's Pete in the whole Goof Troop thing.
Okay, don't know that one.
Oh, he's Goofy, right? And then there's Pete, who's like his buddy or whatever. Anyway,
I don't know him.
all right.
Who's Pete again?
Huh?
Who's Pete?
You're going to try to explain it. He's still not going to know.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yes, going into the castle and the little amusement park turnstile thing and the welcome do you know what I'm saying? It pops up and there's this the little dance and song and welcome kit thing that comes up when they go in. And when they go into the castle.
marionette.
Yeah, the mirror. Oh my gosh. That is so hilarious.
The big head Farquaad running through the turnstile stuff. It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna eat you. Okay. Welcome to Duloc, such a perfect town. Here we have some rules. Let us lay them down. Don't make waves, stay in line, and we'll get along fine. Duloc is a perfect place. Please keep off of the grass. Shine your shoes, wipe your face. Duloc is a perfect place.
Yeah.
Let's do that again. There's I think I told you guys this the last, when we had talked about this before, but there's a series of shorts, Shrek shorts, and then there's a few of them that are scary. They go back and visit the castle. At this point, it's haunted. This is
Duloc?
after, yeah, Duloc is. This is after the events of the first one. Lord Farquaad is no longer living. But they get there and it's singing a different song. And, in this movie, it's Donkey, let's do that again. And in the short, it's Shrek. It's saying, let's do that again. Because it's scary and they're exploding and they're catching on fire.
The Halloween version.
Yep.
I love the WrestleMania effect going on.
Yeah.
Coming up on this movie.
My son was, I want to say he was like close to 2 years old, but he would reenact that.
It's a fun,
Yeah.
It's a fun adventure on this one.
Right.
Oh, it's hideous. That's not nice. It's just a donkey.
Yep. Fun.
Farquaad. Yeah, it's not Duloc. It's F everywhere.
Yeah.
Some of you may die, but it's a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
You hit the nail. Like this John Lithgow
He was amazing.
is, yeah. I mean, it's really for me like, gosh, who was better in the movie? John Lithgow as Lord Farquaad or Eddie Murphy as Donkey?
Both very stand up.
Yeah.
Both giving.
I mean, everybody's good.
You had
Mike
to
Myers
have a
as Shrek.
stand-up bad guy in this movie to make it work, and he did such an amazing job.
He's
so
perfect.
fun, so funny, spot on with all the everything going on with it. All of his lines are just well done.
Yeah. It was like he was in on the joke,
Yep.
Yeah. But this movie's been or was on quite a bit in my house with the kids.
Yeah.
My son watched it when he was like 1 or 2, and then it had been a while since we watched it, and then my daughter, she saw a picture of Shrek and was like pointing at it. I'm like, all right, let's check it out. It's been a while. And she got sucked into Shrek.
Oh yeah.
So then my son was like, it had been a long time since he saw it. So we're all watching Shrek. And it became one of those movies I would put on so I could get some stuff done. And I'm listening to it in the background and like just laughing, listening to Donkey, Just like the time. Man, I had some strong gases eking out of my butt that day.
I love this.
Still
Hey,
cracks
man,
me up.
Use the chair.
What'd you think of the soundtrack?
It was fun. It's the right mix of music for this, that was out at that time, that was popular. Hell, some of those songs you still hear on the radio today,
Yeah.
popping up every now and
There
then.
are a few songs too because the production for this movie spanned quite a few years. I mean, if you're talking, they had Chris Farley cast as Shrek and recorded a bunch of his dialogue. I mean, he passed away in the mid-90s.
Yeah.
So you can tell there are a few songs in here from that time, the early to mid-90s. They sing that song, Walk 500 Miles.
Oh yeah, I can't remember the name of the
Proclaimers, I think
Yeah,
they're called.
Proclaimers.
Yeah,
Okay.
they sing a song in here. Like, yeah, it's from that time.
And I would walk 500 miles. And I would walk 500 more
Yep.
to be the man. Because I don't remember the name of the rest of the song. So anyway, yeah. And then they say something in there. But I mean,
Yeah.
I don't even know what they say, but anyway, it's fun.
Yeah.
It's a catchy tune.
Peanut Gallery.
Okay.
Here we go. Are there half stars?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Really?
They're
How
like
can
onions.
you-
People are like onions.
Why can you
They all
have
smell bad.
star Shrek? How can you do it?
They just can peel through all the layers.
I guess. All right. Read
I'm
it
ready.
to
This-
us.
All right, here are the positives. The 5-star reviews. Probably the majority of. Anyway, okay. The soundtrack to this movie is insane.
It is. Pretty good.
I want to get Shrek tattooed somewhere on my body. Weighting Shrek movies lower than 5 is a crime.
You know what?
Movies, plural.
Wow, he
Movies.
went to the whole,
Yeah.
the
I don't
whole
know.
kit and caboodle.
I don't
Yeah.
know. There's other couple of the other ones that I would not say movies, and I wouldn't do
Yeah.
5 stars. But this one, yes.
Yep. Yesterday I felt really awkward, so I put this on to feel better. It worked.
That's great. Sometimes you do that.
Yeah, absolutely. And sometimes it's Shrek.
The comedy, the music in here,
Yep.
it'll lift you up a little bit.
Does John Lithgow know that this is his best role?
Ouch.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's hard to top.
Yeah, he's
Is it in the fields of the Lord?
at play
At play in the fields of the Lord, is it?
That's not his best move.
No?
No.
Okay.
That's why you
Wow.
can't find it anywhere.
Okay.
Anywhere.
All right.
I should look it up on Voodoo to see if it's there.
Just watch it, just because.
At play in the fields of the Lord. You should watch it. You should waste your life.
Wow.
How dare you suggest that?
All right.
All right. Here's some of the half-star reviews. People who didn't like it so much. So stupid, so unrealistic, and what even is an ogre? They look like they smell like shit. Worst movie to exist.
Oh boy. Yeah, okay, keep going. Here's some more.
Piece of shit. I hate this movie. I will not stop tweeting about how much I hate the Green Man and his annoying inferior small horse.
Huh.
I think that was more sarcastic.
You think so?
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right. This is my top 5 least favorite movies of all time. I just associate it with childhood trauma and blame it for my fear of bridges.
Wow.
Perfect.
I hate Shrek with every fiber of my being.
I think it's overstated, but that's okay.
I don't like Shrek.
That's probably spot on. If you don't like Shrek, just say you don't like Shrek.
Yeah.
The fiber of your being.
With every fiber of my being.
All right.
Wow.
There you go.
Any real good ones out there? The negative ones?
With some meat in it, some reason why.
No, you know what? I didn't include those because I just think these are funner.
Those are fun. Those are fun. And y'all suck for thinking it sucks.
Come
Okay.
on,
So
don't.
every fiber of my
Just
being. Whatever.
there are these places that you can go to when you're upset about something, and you can pay money and you can just break stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that's what you need. Like, don't take it out on an innocent movie. Don't take your anger issues out on an innocent movie. Your unhappy life. Just
Yeah. So this movie is still making money.
oh
Apparently.
yeah,
This money is still making.
this
movie.
money is still
This
making
literally
money.
money is making money still.
As bad as as some of the sequels are.
Eh.
And the sequels weren't terrible. They weren't ever
Yeah,
as
they
good as
were.
the number one though, because you don't have the good bad guy.
Number 3 was pretty terrible.
I can't remember which one that was.
Shrek the Third,
Yeah, is it the one where he was
the one with Justin Timberlake,
I didn't.
Artie.
Mayor
I
might
guess
not-
the positive is they try to teach you how to say Worcestershire.
Oh, okay. I thought about rewatching 2 and 3 again, just because.
You know what? And you know what's crazy is like, as I was never a fan of the sequels, but then they have Puss in Boots. They did the spin-off Puss in Boots, and they're making a sequel of that.
Oh God.
Yeah.
And Puss in Boots wasn't a great character for me,
No, me neither.
but Antonio Banderas, right?
Yep.
Yeah. I just didn't get it. I didn't see the
Same.
need. I didn't see the need.
Didn't see the need. Same.
Yeah.
Some people really liked the cartoon character, so
The
Yeah.
cat apparently is a big thing.
The eyes.
the eyes.
Oh, don't hurt me. Meow.
Yep.
That's pretty cool. So there was no mirrors in this movie at the castle.
Right. Yeah.
The dragon. Got to talk about the dragon.
And those stairs. Donkey's gonna whip their butt. They won't know which way they're going.
That's right.
Oh, you're a girl dragon.
I mean, of course
You're a girl.
because you're just reeking of feminine beauty.
Femininity. And she blows the heart-shaped puff of
Oh,
smoke.
that's my tail. That's my own personal tail. You're gonna rip it off.
Have unwanted physical contact. Because that was the rally cry. Unwanted physical contact was not okay during that time. And even more so now.
Yep.
Was this the beginning of that movement?
Yes. The movement we're still in. It's grown. Anyway, I love this movie.
Me too.
I do
Great
too.
movie
Yeah.
with the kids. It's fun. They still will watch it with me. My
And
kids
they're
will.
22 and 24.
Yeah. They'll still watch it with me. It's still fun. We'll usually fall asleep to it,
Same.
but it's perfect.
Yeah, it's. I mean, like this person said, just feeling really awkward, so I put it on and I felt better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done that multiple times with Shrek. Do you guys have a favorite moment?
In the movie?
Yeah.
In general, no. It's the whole flipping movie as they progress through the scenes. It really, for me, that is.
Yes, when they're on their way back to Duloc and she needs to stop for camp at night and they're kind of giving her a bad time about it. And she, I need to make camp. No! this little it just needs some homey touches.
Yeah, like a
Let me go
door.
rip the part of the tree off.
Yeah,
real quick.
like a door, and they're both looking at each other like homey touches, and she makes a door.
And then Shrek's gonna
Yeah.
start to
Yeah.
block
Yeah.
with the rock.
God, it was a joke.
It was a joke. It was a joke, really. Yes.
Oh, merry man. That scene is so fun. They throw the Matrix in there.
Yeah.
I mean, talk about
She whips their ass, and
she just
and
goes to town.
and they're like, "Where did that come from?" Well, when you live alone, one has to learn how to defend oneself.
I love the Shrek has an arrow in his butt. So they send Donkey to get some blue flowers and red thorns.
Yeah.
It'd be so much easier.
If I wasn't colorblind.
What was that for? To get rid of Donkey. Yeah. Or when they actually start falling in love and they're going through the field and she's running through with the spider webs, catching all the flies and everything, makes a fly sickle thing for him, and they blow up the balloons, which one is a frog and one is a snake, and you see their little spark of love starting, and that's kind of a fun scene.
I always related to Shrek pushing her in the bushes because I do that to my kids all the time. So yeah,
It's supposed to be a little bump. And,
it's like it starts off with a little bump and then it's like
woo!
It's like Dumb and Dumber when they're having the snowball fight. That's right. It's like shoving her face in the snow.
like he took offense to getting hit by a snowball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on. Shrek. This movie just brings
Great
back a lot of
movie.
good.
Definitely 2 thumbs up on this one. No questions asked.
I mean, this came out the same year as Matrix. Nope, 2 years after the Matrix. Same year as the Fellowship of the Ring. So this is kind of in that.
Blockbuster movie era.
Yeah.
I love he takes the favor. He wipes his brow off, gives it back to her.
It's just, yeah, everything about it is just like, it takes kind of these like, by the book, how like these kind of movies go, and just kind of, it's like, we're going to do the opposite.
Didn't slay the dragon?
It's on my to-do list. This movie does a really good job of, a lot of animated movies now they try to make for the kids and the adults and the parents. I think this one is probably, if not the best, it's one of the best at doing that. Just because there's so many things. Talking about the castle, the size of the castle.
Yeah. Oh.
Shrek says he's compensating for something, but I think it means.
And they do it a couple times.
Yeah.
They try to say it a couple times.
People with Farquhar's are
Yeah.
in short supply.
There are those who think little of him.
That's right.